Okay, we will study 4 structures today, Claire, and these structures are very important for uh, writing your main body paragraph. You should have your notebook and pen. So the first structure, I call it what structure. A little bit we studied yesterday, but I didn't know like there was a problem, so I couldn't write. But what structure? I give them my own names, okay? What structure? So just to make it easy for my students and remember the names, so I give them names. Okay, so the first one is I mentioned what structure and what we should write down first of all what. And if you remember, yesterday we studied that afterward we write how. And for the word structure, the how, this how, it should be a verb plus adverb. Verb plus adverb. Okay, if you people are alone, so you can help me out as well. You can keep your mics on that if I ask you, you should help me out with this.
Okay, sir.
After with how, uh, the first one, as I mentioned, we start with what, and after what, there is how, How. So this how, it should be verb plus adverb. And after this, if you remember, we talked about what happened again. God, okay. We write down preposition. And preposition, you can write either by or
Or two.
to. And then I told you, you can write down approximation word plus value.
Plus unit
Very good.
Unit of
Unit.
measure.
Excellent.
plus when.
Plus
Excellent. When.
timeline when.
Excellent. Very good. Do you all remember this, right? So, for example, if there is a structure clear and let me add the students. This is the first structure. Okay. After this structure, if I just want to give you a practical example, suppose we talk about admissions at Safi IELTS Studio. For example, IELTS. Please try to come to the class on time. IELTS admissions. IELTS admissions. This is what the subject, I call it what? It depends, like you need to know about the trend. If the trend is increasing trend, then we can write increased. If it's decreasing, so you can write decreased. Suppose if I want to write increased, second form. If it's in the past, if timeline is in the past, so I can write increased. IELTS admissions increased. How it increased? If I say significant. Significant is fine. Can I write an adjective here?
No, sir. Significantly.
Significantly. Fine. Now, if you want to show the difference between two values, we can write by. If you want to show the final value, then we can write to. To, for example, to 500, to about. Suppose if the value is not clear, not fixed, we can write to about. To about, for example, 500 students. And students is what now? 500 is values and unit is students. And when? And for example, in 2025, suppose. This is the first structure, what I have written here. And I call it what structure. Now, today we want to talk about another structure, and I call it there was structure. What I call it? There was structure. This is structure number 2. The first structure, what structure? Now we want to talk about there was. So there was structure. I can start my sentence with there was. The first one we have started with what? But now I started with there was. After there was, you can write how. But now in this case, how, it won't be verb plus adverb, but we want to write an adjective plus noun. Adjective plus noun. After this, adjective plus noun, what we can write again, plus preposition. But here, instead of by, after noun, we use of. Of, or you can write to. Of or to. And after this, you can write approximation word. And after approximation word, we can write value. After value, we can write unit. And with unit, we can write what, because we haven't written what here, so we can introduce in the end. And after this, we may write when. So if the same thing we want to write now and there was structure, what we can do? We can start with there was. There was. And what happened there? There was a. Clear? Instead of significantly, so the adjective form of significantly isn't significant. There was a significant. There was a significant increase. Okay. If a noun, if there's a noun and if there's a verb and it has a noun form, then you can write noun form. But if there's a verb and it doesn't have a noun form, then you can use base form, root form of verb, and it functions a noun. अच्छा, यहां पे देखिए, अब हमारे पास वर्ब जो है was है, यहां से हमें पता चल रहा है कि पास्ट में है. अब ये वर्ब नहीं है, इट्स अ नाउन. For example, instead of increase, if I write down growth, because for grow, we do have noun form. Grow is a verb, and noun form is growth. There was a significant growth. There was a significant, and we can say there was a significant growth. Now, after this, you can write either of or to about 500 students, to about 500 students, clear? And then we can mention the unit, value, unit, and where, clear? And IELTS, for example, and IELTS. And then we can say the last final one, and 2025. This is what the second structure we have written. Both structures, what structure and there was structure. Structures are different, but meaning is same. Different structure, same meaning. Meaning is completely same. So we have same meaning with different structures. Why do we write different structures? Because different structures, if you write down different structures, if you know how to write different structures, clear? So for you people, it's better to understand if you are available, clear, with variation of structures and you keep changing vocabulary, it boosts your band score. What if there is a student and he keeps only writing down what structure, clear? Only one structure. So only one structure cannot improve your band. Meaning is same, but structures are different. You can keep changing verbs. Don't use exactly the same verbs, adjectives, nouns. So straight away, it boosts your score. Third structure, next, I call it.
Sir,
Yes, please.
this is for body paragraph 1.
Yes, these are for body paragraph, both. Body paragraph 1 and 2, we use these structures.
Okay.
Yeah. The third one, the structure number 3, I call it special verb structure. Special verb structure. Okay, these are my own names, okay? Like these are the names. Like I give them my own names. ठीक है, just only कि आप लोग के लिए आसान हो to remember. So that's why I give them my own names. What structure, there was structure, and special verb structure. There are few of the verbs we can introduce, like for example, experienced, showed, saw, witnessed, noticed. Clear? I call these 5 special verbs. We call it special verb structure. And for them, what I want you people to know about is, first of all, you can start the structure with what, after what, special verb, plus how. Look, already we have verb. Special verb is a verb. So this how needs to be adjective plus noun, like there was. After this, preposition, same. After preposition, we use approximation word. After approximation word, we use value. After value, unit. And what you can use then when. Because we have used what? Suppose same thing I want to write in this way. If I want to mention IELTS admissions experienced, I introduce straight away after what? Afterward, we introduce special word. IELTS admissions experienced. So what it has experienced, again, I can say a significant improvement. Improvement. Because for improve, we do have a noun form improvement. So if there is a word, noun form for a verb, use noun form. If you don't have, then what we may do, in that case, you can use a verb, a base form of verb, and it functions a noun then. IELTS admissions experienced a significant improvement. Clear? Or growth, or for example, you can say significant increase. Clear? Two, for example, there is significant increase to 500 students. 500 students, and when it happened in 2005. Now, this is what like we call three structures. And all these three structures gives you exactly the same meaning. Once you write word structure for the second time, go with their words. For the third one, you can write down special word structure. So very clear, variety of structures can improve your band score. Number one. Number two, keep changing your vocabulary. Any questions in these three structures, please? Any question from anyone?
Sir, what are you suggesting? Which one is the best one
All
structure?
three, all three, all three.
Like, I think there is the third one is more.
Uh,
So which one is give highest band?
Ma'am, look, when you use all three structures, all of them,
Okay.
it improves your band. Fine. If only you use special word structure and you don't try to use rest of the structures, will never improve your band then. What improves our band? Not one. Clear? Variety of
Okay.
structures can improve our band.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Any other questions, please, so far? Okay. Let's move on.
Sir,
Yes, please.
one question more.
Yeah.
Like we are saying that body paragraph and body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2,
Yeah.
like we are not repeating it. So how we are use this one, like the structure one, for example, I used in the body paragraph 1, and structure 2, like the same words I used in the body paragraph 2. So how will be a difference? It will may not give a good answer.
Ma'am, first of all, we study these structures like ABC, right? Now
Yeah,
we are in which phase? Learning ABCs. Clear? Once I
yeah,
teach
yeah.
you all the basics, then you people will be very
Okay,
clear. Then when I move to the body paragraph, then I won't ask you. You will keep writing by your own, okay?
okay,
Yeah, just wait for a while.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. After this, let me teach you another structure, and after that, we can start with a bit of practical work then, inshallah. Okay, in your book, you do have all these structures. There are 8 structures that I used. The first structure, if you remember what we studied, Claire, subject type, what structure? This is the what structure formula. Then after that, can you see? There's the what structure. The number of visitors increased dramatically. Then we talked about the second structure, there was structure. And after that, we talked about special word structure. Now, if you just focus them, so this is their was structure, what you will use, inshallah, in coming days. There was a sharp rise in sales. And after this is something like we studied right now. The company experienced a significant increase in profit. The fourth one, the last structure we will study today, Claire. Rest we will talk other days. Sometimes what happens that in a graph you can have different scenarios. For example, if there is a graph with the people, like this is my graph. And can you see now? This is the peak. There's another graph, suppose this one. Can you see this is the bottom, the lowest? So there are two scenarios. One of them like increased or decreased. We studied for this increase or for this decrease, three structures, right? For this increase, we talked there was an increase. This is the decrease. We talked we studied already. We have studied three structures. But the one to talk about the highest point, can you see this is my highest point? And this is the lowest point, the bottom. So for them, what we need to talk about is the second one, Claire. Three of them, these are the structures, the first three for the peak, for the highest, and these two for the lowest. These two are for the lowest one. This would be the structure. We can use subject. Subject mean what, and after what we may use reached, or after this we can use number, or we can use what subject, and then you can use peaked at, or you can use subject. You can use hit a peak of. We can use hit a peak of, and then we may have subject for the lowest one. We can use hit a low of, or we can say subject bottomed out at. So make sure you people understand these words. There would be a scenario in a graph where you need to mention the highest point or the lowest point. So if there is a highest point, either you can use a single verb like this. The figure reached 80%. The figure reached, clear, to 90 students, or sales peaked at. So with peaked, we use preposition at 3 million. Or we can have sales hit a peak of. So then we have a word peak of, hit a peak of. So make sure you understand these words. Or we can say the number hit a low of, hit a low of. Or we can say profits bottomed out at. So these scenario where you will face, and make sure you understand them, and then we will try to write it. Is this clear? This is the next structure, the fourth. So far we have completed four structures, and you need to understand them and clear your mind about these four structures. Clear this again, this structure is very important for us. Four structures are left, and one by one we will study later on. But right now, for now, four structures are more than enough. Let's move on to the practical work now. Today, hello? Can you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I will just sign out, okay? And I will sign up again, Claire, sign in again, because later on, like in between the lecture, we will be disturbed, because today we are going to cover up line graph. No, هغه بیا موږ ډیسټرب کیږو. نو زه به دا څه وکړم، زه به لږ لاړ شم، ساین آوټ به شم، واپس ساین ان کېږم، تاسو هم ډایرکټ وشئ چې هغه پوره یو ریکارډینګ تاسو ته راشي، بیا به تاسو هغه شیر کوم. صحیح ده؟ همدې
Okay,
لینک
sir.
سره
Thank you.
واپس وشئ. اوکې.